All right, I didn't do this yesterday, so a little pre-ceremony selfie. Let's go. Ready? One. Think I got everybody? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Smile. All right. Well, once again, good morning and welcome to the class of 2020 graduation ceremony. We are not in the confines of the shrine. The setting is unique, and so are you. Although your path has diverged from others, this moment on this field still marks the culmination of your incredible efforts and also an opportunity for you to reflect on the bonds you've created with each other as members of the class of 2020. We thank you for all that you have given to SJC, and it is my hope that you are exceedingly proud of all that you have accomplished. It is also a privilege and honor, an extra privilege and honor for me to be here with you today. You are the first class that I have had the good fortune to watch as principal enter as youthful learners in 9th grade and leave as eager servants prepared for anything that might come your way. At this time, let us pause and remember that we are always and everywhere in the holy presence of God. Good and gracious God, through your gifts and the challenges in our lives, you teach us patience, humility, compassion, and servitude. Lift these graduates to new heights as they begin the next chapter of their journey. Help to keep them healthy and safe, ever the beacons of justice and generosity. Keep their eyes open so that they can see that they are always the shining light of truth and love in this world. We know that they will go forth to do your will and to serve your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. St. John Baptist de La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts. Next, I would like to read your class mission statement. This was composed and adopted in the spring of your freshman year. We are the St. John's College High School class of 2020, a Catholic and Lasallian community. We are unique individuals, but we are learning and developing our skills together in God's holy presence. We enthusiastically prepare to do our very best every day. Embracing our diversity, we are open and accepting to all. As a community, we strive towards bettering ourselves as well as helping each other in both our academics and spiritual lives. St. John's College High School identity is rooted in the Lasallian tradition of meeting the needs of the modern student. The school is more than just a bridge to college. It is a diverse community that allows every student to succeed in any facet that they choose. The teachers at St. John's help transcend mediocrity by putting their students before themselves. St. John's teaches us to discover who we are while guiding us towards the path God has paved for us. We hope to develop into successful people in our time at St. John's. We will build strong relationships with friends, family, and God. We will forever be a part of the St. John's community as alumni. We will become a family that is bound together by unique and long-lasting relationships. These relationships and experiences will guide us throughout our lives. Live Jesus in our hearts. So during this morning's ceremony, you will receive your diplomas, and we will honor several members of the class of 2020 with special awards. And as I said, I ask that you follow our direction throughout the ceremony. At this time, would the members of the class of 2020 please stand? President Makabelli, I have the honor to present for their diplomas those candidates whose names appear in the official commencement program under the class of 2020. And I confirm that those receiving diplomas have satisfactorily completed the required courses of study at St. John's College High School and have faithfully complied with the customs and disciplines of this institution. And at this time, I would invite Mr. Makabelli to the podium.
By the authority vested in me by the District of Columbia and the Board of Trustees of St. John's College High School, I confer on those members of the class of 2020 who have successfully prescribed to the official course of studies the official diploma of St. John's College High School. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. And at this time, would the first two rows stand, and would the first row begin your path around the tent? Stephen Baker. Maya Boykin. Audrey Philemon. Ishmael Leggett. Ashley Menino. Zachary McGrogan. Nicholas Manthe. Ethan Mateus. Brecken McDermott. Philip McGreevy. And Joseph McShay. Casey Mers. Kelly Miller. Brandon Milligan. Zarina Moore. Aiden Moorhead. Hugo Morales. Catherine Moran. Andrea Moreland. Kylie Morris. And Maeve Morris. Ibn Muhammad. Joseph Mamola. Francisco Munoz. James Murray. Sebastian Musalim. Julia Myers. Christopher Nash. Heen Go. Antonella Nicolacci. Julia Nonnenkamp. And Emil O'Brien. Molly O'Connor. John O'Hanlon. Victoria O'Hunnelay. Simeon Oluremi III. Justin O'Neill. Kevin Orand. Jamel Overton. Joshua Page. Ria Patasia. Jessica Witt. Congratulations, class of 2020. And as you now officially enter the world as alumni of St. John's, it is my pleasure to announce that two of your classmates have been selected to represent you as alumni fellows, and they will assist you in keeping connected with St. John's while you are in college. Although they are not here in this ceremony, the fellows for the class of 2020 are Kennedy Sanders and James Rogan. President Makabelli, at this time I am pleased to present to you the following distinguished graduates who are to receive honors and special awards. To receive your award, if you are called, please come to the table, pick up the plaque that is here, and come to the stage for a photograph. However, first, as you know, that as it has already been announced, the valedictorian for the class of 2020 is Maddie Vincent, and the salutatorian is Katie Hyde. The Brother Martin Z. Wee FSC English Department Award is presented to Julia Nonnenkamp. The award for excellence in French is presented to Aidan Moorhead. The following special award is the Scholar Athlete Award, which is presented to the student who best exemplifies through conduct and activities the qualities of excellence born of both academic success and athletic achievement. The female recipient of the Scholars Athlete Award is Casey Mers. This concludes the conferral of diplomas and awards, and at this time, Mr. Macabelli will offer concluding remarks.
Thanks, Michael. Well, good morning. It is so good to see all of you here. This campus without all of you is a much different place. And so we are very grateful that you had the opportunity to be here with us today, that we could celebrate everything that you have done. And so, as the members of the class of 2020, let me be one of the first to congratulate you, and in particular, those who received honors, academic awards, athletic, and academic scholarships. It is true that the ending of this year looks and feels much different than any other. However, I am convinced that what will come to distinguish this year and all of you is not the effects of a pandemic, but the qualities and characteristics we saw in you, like adaptability, empathy, patience, self-sacrifice, your strength in tackling your fears, and even a deeper faith life. I truly mean this. We are so proud of your strength during these difficult times. The other day, I overheard an argument by my two oldest children, Nick, St. John's class of 2017, and Lexi, class of 2019. And it went something like this. Lexi said, "Yes, I get it, but who was the second person who walked on the moon?" And Nick responded, "Who cares? Neil Armstrong was the first." And Lexi said, "Well, that's my point. Everybody remembers who's first." They were talking about what it means to be first, and they were talking about all of you, the class of 2020. So why would they be talking about you? Well, to be honest, since the day I sent you that video in April promising you a graduation, you have been the topic of many family discussions at the dinner table. Since that day, I have thought about all of you and this day every day since April. So what were they talking about? What did they mean? They were talking about how the class of 2020 is going to be remembered because they were first in so many things, and some of these things were not of your choosing. I'd start with the obvious firsts, like this graduation. This campus was built and opened in 1959. Since that time, you are the first class to physically graduate on this campus. As you know, we have erected a bell tower in your honor. St. John's was established in 1851, 169 years ago. No class has ever received such a recognition. But marketing executives tell us that the best way to be remembered is to be first. Psychologists say people crave being first because it helps form their identity and is part of their ego. And I read in Psychology Today that firsts are emotionally charged, stressful, anxiety-provoking, and worrisome. However, they challenge us to stretch ourselves, to develop a better sense of self, and grow from the experience. I want to repeat that. Being first challenges us to stretch ourselves, to develop a better sense of self, and to grow from the experience. When I read this description, I of course thought of all of you and what you have experienced. The firsts that I had mentioned are easy to see. They are tangible and concrete. But how did you stretch yourselves, develop a better sense of self, and grow from this experience? From our perspective, as a class and individuals, you stretched yourselves in the moment. You were given no time to reflect or prepare, and your choices were limited if you were given choices at all. The greatest example was the way you embraced the monumental shift in the educational landscape, and you went to virtual classrooms in days, not months and not years. 3 days to be exact. As seniors, you navigated uncharted waters, maintained your academic excellence, and not only stayed connected to one another, but your leadership and work to help this community stay together will always be remembered. We are so grateful for your leadership during these times. You took an imperfect experience and responded with patience, courage, and faith. There may be no other time in your lives when you're going to be given an opportunity to look inward and reflect on yourself. So how did your perspectives change in the following? When you think about God and your faith, did you wonder where God was in all of this? But then soon realize that God has been with us this entire time, and that his love is not only great, but it is within each one of us. When you think about your family, did love teach you to be more patient with your siblings and maybe even with your parents? When you think about friendships, did you learn how important your true friends were and how invaluable that friendship is when times are challenging and difficult? When you think about your health, did you worry about your health and the health of those who mattered most? Do you now have a good understanding of what it means to value your health, to stay strong and good? And when you think about your responsibility to others, did you come to appreciate the true meaning of community, seeing that the world needs us to each do our part to be a part of the human family? My hope is that you will take everything that you reflected upon and use it. Use it now. As you leave this campus today, take it as an opportunity to look inward, to identify what is important to you and what are the steps that you're going to take and the values you will have as you move from this campus. I firmly believe that your LaSallian education has prepared you for the challenges you will face because we hopefully gave you a moral compass that will guide you, give you confidence, insight, and direction. Tough moral choices are... We, the faculty and staff, remember well when you arrived here August 2016. Over those 4 years, we were so hopeful of all that you would accomplish at this school, and you far exceeded our expectations. As a class and individuals, we're so proud of what you have accomplished. And to quote your valedictorian, through these instances, we have proven that the St. John's community is stronger and our roots deeper than simply a collection of students, teachers, and administrators confined by a building. We are a community whose bonds defy physical boundaries and whose love endures during the darkest of circumstances. When the unthinkable happens, St. John's community perseveres. These words express deeply how I feel about each one of you and your class as a whole. And hopefully it helps you recognize the wonderful community of the Greater St. John's alumni that you have now entered. Before we conclude, we recognize today as a celebration and a thanksgiving of all the gifts God has bestowed on you. One of the greatest gifts you have received is your parents, who have sacrificed much to bring you to this day. I would like to take this opportunity for all of you to thank your parents who are watching from here on campus or maybe at home. So to do that, I need your help. I think your parents deserve a standing ovation. So I'd ask you all to please rise. The live stream camera is in the back of the room. Please turn around, and on the count of 3, let us give your parents the gratitude they deserve. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. You may be seated. Class of 2020, you truly will be missed. And believe me when I say you will not be forgotten. We wish you all the best and God's blessings as you leave this campus. We know you will make us proud. And as we end all things at St. John's, along with our LaSallian schools around the world, St. John Baptist de LaSalle, live Jesus in our hearts. So right now, I'd like to take this opportunity as we embark on the newest tradition at St. John's, which is your bell. I'm going to ask each row to rise and process over to the bell. Your parents are being invited outside, and as you leave the campus, you'll have an opportunity to ring the bell and move to the next stage in your journey. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you.